Emma loses her job. It was a normal Tuesday morning. Emma woke up, made her coffee, and got ready for work. She felt a little tired, but everything seemed normal. She put on her shoes, grabbed her bag, and walked out the door. She had no idea that this ordinary morning was about to change her life. At 9 o'clock, Emma's phone rang. It was her manager. "Emma, can you come to my office? I need to talk to you." Emma stopped for a moment. Her manager didn't usually call her in without a reason. "Okay, I'll be there in a minute." She slowly walked to his office. She knocked on the door. "Come in." Emma walked inside and sat down. Her manager looked serious. "Emma, I'm sorry, but I have some bad news." Emma looked at him. "The company is having some money problems, and we have to let go of a few employees." Emma didn't say anything. Her manager looked down for a moment. Then he continued. "I'm afraid your position is one of them." Emma just sat there. She couldn't believe what she had heard. She had worked there for 3 years. She had always tried to do her best, and now, in just a few seconds, everything had changed. "Is there anything I can do?" Her manager slowly shook his head. "I'm really sorry, Emma. This wasn't an easy decision." Emma nodded. "Okay, I understand." She stood up and walked back to her desk. She looked at her computer. Her hands felt cold. She wanted to work, but she couldn't focus. She just sat there, staring at the screen. After a few minutes, Emma went to the bathroom. She closed the door. She took a deep breath. She tried to stay strong, but the tears started coming. She broke down and started crying. She covered her face with her hands. She had been trying to be strong all morning. Now she couldn't anymore. During lunch, Emma called her best friend, Sarah. Sarah answered. "Hey, Emma, what's going on?" Emma was quiet for a moment. "Sarah, I lost my job." "What? Are you okay?" Emma took a deep breath. "I don't know. I'm scared. I have bills to pay and I don't know what I'm going to do next." Sarah listened carefully. She didn't interrupt. She let Emma talk. Then she said, "Emma, I'm really sorry. I know this is hard." Emma looked down. "I don't know how to deal with this." Sarah was quiet for a moment. Then she said, "You don't have to solve everything today. Just take it one day at a time." Emma took a deep breath. "You're right, but I still feel terrible." Sarah smiled. "Then let's have dinner tonight." Emma looked up. "Dinner?" "Yeah, I want to cheer you up." Emma smiled a little. "Okay." That evening, Sarah took Emma to her favorite restaurant. They ordered dinner and started talking. At first, Emma was quiet. She didn't feel like talking much. But Sarah didn't give up. She told Emma a funny story about something that had happened at work. Emma tried not to laugh, but she couldn't. "That is so embarrassing." Sarah laughed too. For the first time that day, Emma forgot about her job for a few minutes. She felt a little better. After dinner, Sarah looked at Emma. "You know what?" "What?" "Maybe this isn't only bad news." Emma looked confused. "What do you mean?" Sarah smiled. "Maybe this is a chance to find something better. You always told me that you wanted to try something new." Emma became quiet. She thought about it. Sarah was right. She had not been happy at her job for a long time. The job was comfortable. She knew what to do every day. But she had stopped learning. She had stopped growing. Maybe losing her job was the push she needed. That night, Emma went home. She sat on her couch and looked around her quiet apartment. She was still scared. She still didn't know what would happen next. But something had changed. She wasn't only sad anymore. She felt a little hopeful. Emma opened her laptop. She opened her resume. Then she looked at the date on the file. Wow, I haven't updated this in 3 years. She smiled. Then she took a deep breath. Okay, let's start. The next morning, Emma woke up early. She made her coffee, she opened her laptop, and started updating her resume. It wasn't easy. She knew she would have difficult days. She knew finding a new job might take time. But she also knew one thing. She couldn't stay stuck in the past. It was time to move on. Emma took a deep breath. She opened a job search website. She looked at the first job, then the second, then the third. She didn't know where this new journey would take her. Maybe it would be difficult. Maybe it would take time. But for the first time in a long time, Emma was ready to find out. And sometimes, a new beginning starts with something you never wanted to happen. For Emma, that beginning had just started. Now, let's look at 6 useful phrasal verbs from Emma's story and learn how to use them in everyday English. First, call someone in. It means asking someone to come to a place, usually for a meeting or an important reason. In the story, Emma's manager called her into his office. For example, my manager called me in for a meeting this morning. Next, let someone go. At work, this is a polite way to say fire someone. In the story, Emma's company had to let her go. For example, the company had to let go of 10 employees. Next, break down. It can mean losing control of your emotions, usually because you're very upset. Emma broke down and started crying. For example, she broke down when she heard the news. Next, deal with. It means to handle or manage a problem or a difficult situation. Emma didn't know how to deal with losing her job. For example, I'm trying to deal with this problem. Next, cheer someone up. It means to make someone feel happier when they're sad. Sarah wanted to cheer Emma up, so she took her out for dinner. For example, I called my friend to cheer her up. And finally, move on. It means to stop focusing on something difficult in the past and continue with your life. At the end of the story, Emma decided to move on and look for a new job. For example, it's time to move on and focus on the future. Now let's see how much you remember. Which phrasal verb completes this sentence? My friend was feeling sad, so I tried to blank her blank. Cheer her up. Exactly. Now it's your turn. Write one sentence using any of these 6 phrasal verbs in the comments. Want to practice Emma's story and these 6 phrasal verbs? I've made a free PDF for you. It includes the full story, the 6 phrasal verbs, simple examples, and practice exercises. You can find the PDF in the description below. If you enjoyed learning English through stories, subscribe to English Space for the next story. See you in the next one. Keep learning and keep going.